Hello, everyone. It's Samantha here of Samantha Sutherland Art and Books. I'm wearing my Poetry is My Therapy t-shirt, which could only mean one thing. Welcome to Poetry Thursday. If you've been here for a while, you know how much I love poetry. If you're new here, I love poetry. And also, there is a list on YouTube of Poetry Thursdays that I have done. I might start a new one, because I'm hoping to bring back Poetry Thursdays. Now, I don't want to kind of get your hopes up thinking, oh, she's going to do it every week and yay, but then she's going to stop. Hopefully, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep it going. And, but I don't want to kind of stress myself out looking for Poetry Thursday stuff to do and things. And maybe I might not always read a poem. Maybe I might find something else to talk about poetry. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Poetry Thursday. It's an exciting adventure we can all go on together. But today, I have decided to read from a book that I absolutely adore. This is my third copy because I lost the first copy. The second copy, I don't know what happened. I think I may have de-stashed my books. And sent it to a second-hand shop. I don't know. But I was thinking about this book at some point. I think it was last year, maybe the year before. And I remembered something very vague about it. And I put the vague things into search into Google, and it popped up. And I thought, I have to have this book, and I can't let it out of the house ever again. I love this book. It's a comfort book. It brings me a lot of comfort when I am feeling very down or in a lot of pain. It was always my go-to book to read for that reason. I love poetry because for me it is it means I stop and I'm able to read for short spurts because I can't always read a novel because it might take a bit too much brain effort when I have like really bad brain fog or I'm very tired. And also they tend to be easier to hold. They tend to be a lot easier to hold because they're a bit smaller. Saying that, I've got a couple of quite big tomes, as in I think the biggest ones are by Charles Bukowski and Ted Hughes books. Now, the poems I've decided to read today are from, like I said, my favourite book, which was written by Marge Piercy, and it's a beautiful book. The cover is just gorgeous. It's called The Moon is Always Female, and it's kind of a collection of her poems from a few different books. And I've decided to read two that are literally across from each other, not down to laziness, but because these two poems, I really like these two poems. And I've read this book back from cover to cover, back to front, and front to back, middle to wherever. I've picked poems out, I've read them not in any order, or I've read them in. I read this book in different orders, basically, is what I'm saying. Because for me, it is a comfort book. For me, it's my favourite one. Poetry, like I said, it's a comfort. It's something that I can read and I can pass the time easily and easier reading books of poetry. Because sometimes my brain doesn't want to take in what I'm reading very well. I can't actually see. Hello, there we are. I've got my reading glasses on and I can't really see when I've got them on. So let's begin. Disclaimer, first of all, I am dyslexic. So if I pause whilst I'm reading, it's because I'm trying to get my brain to figure out what the next word is, or because I'm actually quite tired today. So for me, when I'm tired, my dyslexia is worse. So I found two poems I really like and that I've liked for a very long time. One is called Apologies, and the other one is The Fisherman's Catalogue, a Found Poem. So these are the two that I will be reading today. So, Apologies. Moments when I care about nothing except an apple, red as a maple tree, satin and speckled, tart and winey. Moments when body is all, fast as an elevator, pulsing out waves of darkness, hot as the inner earth, molten and greedy. Moments when sky fills my head, bluer than thought, cleaner than number with a wind, fresh and sour, cold from the mouth of the sea. Moments of sinking my teeth into now like a hungry fox. Never otherwise am I so cruel, never otherwise so happy. The Fisherman's Catalogue, a found poem. Orvis nymphs, dark Hendrickson, lead wing coachman, pale evening dun, cream midge, grizzly wolf, hair wing fly, wet flies, Hornberg, quill Gordon, ginger quill, weighted nymphs, zugbug, hare's ear, Ted's stone fly, caddis pupa of great brown and speckled sedge, pale sulphur, dun thorax, dry fly, rat-faced McDougal, King's River caddis, downwing fly, silver doctor, green highlander, dusty miller, black dose, rusty rat, hairy Mary and the salmon muddler, and the popping frog. So those two poems are from my favourite poetry book that I own and have owned many times, from Marge Piercy's The Moon is Always Female. I got this as a second-hand copy, so I was, because it was quite hard to find. But once oh, hang on. Sorry about that. Hubby and me have come back. But I just wanted to say thank you for spending Poetry Thursday with me. Hope you liked those poems. I will find some information about the poet whose poems I just read. That's what I'm going to be doing from now on. I'm not going to do a bio like I did because I think it was fun to do, but it kind of got quite a lot, especially when I'm reading and I'm also making other videos as well. So what I'll do is I'll find a little bit of blurb or information about her, and I'll put a link below in the box below. So yeah, thank you for spending this few minutes with me. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram and on YouTube, and Goodreads. And on that note, good reading to you. Stay warm, stay cozy, stay cool, because it's quite hot, and I will see you all again very soon. My next video will be what I have been reading and what I have been buying, and yeah, I will see you next time anyway. So goodbye everyone, have a lovely Thursday, enjoy the sun, and I'll see you later. Bye bye everyone, bye.